How you doing, folks? So I am doing a review of the film Heart Eyes, which I recently had a chance to see, from producer Josh Rubin, who also had a hand in the Scream films, I believe. And yeah, I did a bang up job with this one. We got Olivia Holt in there, who also played in Totally Killer, which would be another favorite comedy slasher film that came out over the recent years. Um, I definitely had fun with Totally Killer. I think that she played the mother of Kiernan Shipka and the gym. Um, Totally Killer came out in 2023. And also, you have Mason Goodings in there with her, who did a good job. I like the actor who was in the latest Scream movie, I believe Scream 6, because I think he was killed off. From what I remember, I believe so. Um, I liked his acting here. Again, I like the chemistry between the two. It's one of those movies where, okay, I like the chemistry between the characters. For me, it was the chemistry. Was it a horror film? Not really. It was a rom com slasher. You also have Jordana Brewster, who was also in Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. Devon Sawa, Final Destination, and the Chucky series. Lathan Gaines, Michaela Watkins, Gigi Zimbato, who I also recognize. I think that she was in Tarot. Ben Black. But yeah, no, Olivia Holt definitely has that recognizable face and quality about her. So, on to the film. I watched it. And yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of confusion along the way because I kept telling myself, this is clearly a comedy, first of all. I mean, you don't go into it to be scared. It's not a scary movie. But even though it wasn't a scary movie or a horror film, I felt like it knew what it was. It knew what it wanted to be. It was a rom com, romantic comedy, slasher film with plenty of good kills. The van kill would be my favorite. Spoilers again, if you're watching. Definitely the, what was it, a tire iron? It was like a tire iron that he put it through her mouth, like slammed it down. Um, but let me just say, it was very obvious. I knew who the killers were the whole time. I knew exactly who they were. It was pretty easy to see. Um, you don't get much of Devon Sawa. You didn't get much of him. So if you're going into it and you're excited to see Devon Sawa in a new horror film, he was not in it much. Not very much. He was in it during the police interrogation mostly, and we didn't see him much after that. And he was one of the killers, as they call themselves, a thruple, at the end there, at the reveal. Which the reveal, it was kind of lame. The reveal was lame. I wasn't a fan of this reveal. I would have much preferred a straightforward, random slasher. Just one man doing this for no absolute reason whatsoever. I prefer that. I don't know what it is. I prefer it. Like with Thanksgiving, that's what worked. I didn't have to know who the hell he was later on, or it's some random guy who we saw earlier in the movie. Like I don't care about that. I don't want it to be that. I just want a random slasher We wanted a random slasher like Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers. Despite my disappointment with that, I give credit to the outfit and the mask and the way the eyes light up. They're like red hearts and they light up. I give credit to that. I do. I give credit to the kills and the gore. Though it could have been gorier. First kill we get is a girl gets her head sort of squished in by these, I don't know what it was. Was it a tanning bed? What was it? First of all, she locks herself in there. No, she doesn't lock herself in there. She goes in there to hide from the killer. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? You're really gonna go in there. You're really gonna go. You're just setting yourself up for disaster. That's a stupid spot to hide. I don't know why you're hiding there. I don't get it. It's dumb. She got what she deserved, clearly. I mean, ooh. It definitely starts out like a Scream film. Just the vibe of it, where she's running from the killer. Her boyfriend gets an arrow through the head. It's like a retractable arrow, and it like extends. Um, the main, for me, the best part of the movie was the chemistry between Olivia Holt and Mason Goodings. That was the good part of the movie. It was the one of the better parts of the movie is the chemistry between those two because, um, first of all, it is a slasher comedy, and you had two actors who knew what they were doing in their roles, and they worked well together, building, yes, I guess, what you want to call a romance in a slasher film, um, which is pretty unique. You don't see it done often. You definitely don't see it done often. Again, I liked Mason Goodings in the Scream films later on. Um, it's kind of funny. Olivia Holt's in a coffee shop getting coffee, and she runs into Mason Goodings there, and she spills coffee on him, and or he spills coffee on her, I think. He helps her. He tries to help her with a paper towel, and she headbutts him, and he's literally got like a bloody nose. Then she headbutts him again, and his nose is gushing blood. So it's definitely kind of like a comedy, like Scary Movie, like the first Scary Movie. I can respect that it knew what it wanted to be in terms of there are no jump scares. It is not horror by any means, but it is slasher. And for me, I mean, that is a genre, a separate genre for me, yes. Like The Collection, when you watch The Collection, that's slasher, that's not horror. Um, to me, slasher is a separate genre. So, um, I did have fun with the movie, I liked it. Other critiques. Oh, yeah, again, the reveal. I didn't like the reveal. I don't care about the random Chinese guy in the police station. And also Jordana Brewster, she's one of them. There were three killers. There's three of them. So it's Devon Sawa, Jordana Brewster, Hobbs and Shaw. You know, like the movie Hobbs and Shaw. That's their detective names, which people got a laugh out of. Um, the interesting cinematography in there. especially during the carousel sequence. Um, just interesting cinematography, the way it's done, and I liked how Olivia Holt fought back a little bit. She was a good final girl, and again, I would have much preferred a random guy, one man, behind the mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Just kidding. One man behind the mask, killing people off for no particular reason, or because it's Valentine's Day, whatever. I don't care what the reason is. Just, can we get a random slasher? That was why Art made so much money. Art the Clown made a lot of money because he's one dimensional. You know, it's not some other subplot where there's another character who we have to figure out is the killer later on. He just is. He is who he is. He's the killer. That was what was interesting about Michael Myers, is he just is a killer. He kills people. That's what he does. There was no three people. It's just him alone. And we don't have to know who the killer is at all. I would have much preferred to not even have a reveal than the reveal that we got. Because I feel that the reveal sucked. So they dropped the ball on that one. They did. That's just my opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. I feel like they dropped the ball with that one. We could have just gotten a mysterious slasher, and you could have had plenty of other sequels, and you could have done something with this genre, you could have done something with this franchise. You could have. And yeah, it does have some perks from Scream. It does have some tropes from Scream, like just the same vibe and the way that we get the reveal at the end, and it's three people, you know, kind of like like Scream 4, when it was Emma Roberts and the other guy, McCulkin. But overall, I liked the movie. I did like it. I was happy about it. We definitely are on the verge of a good year for horror and slasher films. Though I feel like some have been done better. Like, you know, people don't like this film. I liked it. It was different in a violent nature, where it's from the killer's point of view. The entire film is from the killer's point of view, Johnny, who they clearly based off Jason. You could tell they based off Jason. You could tell. Just the way it's done. He looks like him. Well, he's got some sort of like weird cage head mask. But anyway, off that topic, I do like Hard Eyes quite a bit. I had fun with it. I would have preferred a different reveal. I think that there was a good storyline where Olivia Holt's character sort of does not believe in love anymore. So she like does everything in her power to avoid love and to avoid feelings and to avoid feeling anything for this guy played by Mason Goodings, who she keeps running into. And that makes it funny. They keep running into each other. Typical romantic comedy trope. And yeah, she does everything in her power to hide her feelings. Spoiler alert. at the end, she proposes to him, which was pretty sweet. Actually, he invites her to live with him. He has a case, he opens it up, and it's a key. Live with me. And she opens up a case, and she has a ring. She says, I don't want a key, I want you. Call it cheesy, call it whatever you want. It worked well with the movie and what the story they were going with. It worked well with what they were trying to do. It was a fun journey with these characters as a couple. It was kind of like if you mixed the movie Date Night with the movie Date Night with Tina Fey and the 40-year-old virgin guy. What's his fucking name? I always forget it. Yeah, if you mixed Date Night, if you have Date Night and they were chased by a slasher, that would be this with Steve Carell and Tina Fey. Though they were funnier, but other thoughts. I definitely think that the film knew what it wanted to be, so there is that. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that it was a comedy, it was a parody of itself. It wasn't taking itself seriously by any means. You're going into it to have fun, and you have fun with it, simply. You don't go into this taking it seriously because you'll be disappointed. It's a comedy, it's a rom-com. Though there's good gore and there's good kills. Though the gore could have been better. But I still liked it for what it was. I liked it for what it was. I'm not too picky when it comes to my slasher films. The only critique that I normally have is I like a one-dimensional killer, which I've explained in my thoughts on the trailer. So check that out. Just a random slasher killing people for no reason, or even if he has a reason, it would be nice if we didn't get a reveal at all. Like Hellfest. One of the main reasons I like Hellfest is because we did not have to have a reveal at the end. It was a guy in a mask doing what he does. It was scary enough, it worked well. I enjoy Hellfest. That's kind of how I wish this was. I wish there was not 3 killers. I honestly do. And Devon Sawa, you do not get much of him. You don't. Jordana Brewster definitely has a flirty. She has like a flirtiness with Mason Gooding's character in the interrogation room. Like she'll sit close to him. Like really close. And like her shirt's like unbuttoned. Like, whoa. I try not to give away too much spoilers, but I do want to tell you that it was worth a watch. Let's see what this scored on Rotten Tomatoes, shall we? It is 98, right? That's what I thought it was. .7 out of 10. Thought it was more than that. Oh, that's IMDb. Okay, so what the fuck is Rotten Tomatoes? Oh, Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes, I know it's bad to go by that. They don't have the best taste. They taste like Rotten Tomatoes. Like, sorry, bad joke. Um, 73%. I'm wrong about. No, that's not the right number. Where is it? There's definitely mixed reviews on this one, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I had a fun time with it. Probably give it a second watch sometime. It was like a Scream film. It did have comedy aspects in there. There was good kills. Olivia Holt and Mason Goodings did a good job together in with their chemistry with each other to make it feel like a actual romantic comedy. And the music was good. There was some funny little. There's an awkward scene where they're in a limousine. They're not. They're in a taxi together, and they're both pretending that they don't like each other in that way. And there's love music playing from the '80s. Um, that was kind of funny. It'll like play, and they're like stiff like this, like looking at each other in the corner of their eyes. Um, yeah, good movie. So yes, that'll be my review on Hard Eyes. The reveal was lame. I think that we could have done a hell of a lot better with it. The actors did a good job. There was good comedy. It was fast paced. The dialogue was well written. Josh Rubin, his direction was well. Um, Definitely felt like a Scream film, absolutely. But that'll be my review. So, thank you for watching.